This video contains copyrighted material whose use is protected under the Fair Use Doctrine 17 U.S. Code, Section 107. This content is used for purposes such as commentary, criticism, education, and reaction. All clips are used in a transformative manner and all rights belong to their respective copyright owners. Yeah. We live. It's your boy Biggs. This is Raised on Dial-Up. And we cover a lot of the most recent trending clips for the month. And so far, we got a couple for you guys today. This is kind of going off of what we've already covered last week. Man, these videos is just getting weirder and weirder as the year go on. And this is month number 2. So, guys, we're heading into some crazy times, crazy experiences for most people. And I want to say anything we show on this channel is strictly for entertainment purposes only. This is just to bring awareness to what's going on. I don't know anything. I am just sharing content that's already existing. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and jump right into it. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Drop them comments in below. And also, if you have clips that you want to share, go ahead and drop them in my submission box. That's also below. Yeah, I don't want to talk too much. Let's just jump right into it. Click. Bow.
Please watch this video.
So we're going to expect civil war in the United States. Then you're going to have the Americans start to attack Venezuela and possibly other countries in South America. So America is in for a bad time, okay? China, yeah, I mean, Japan and China and India, they're all going to have conflicts with each other. But also what we should expect is that America starts to embargo China, meaning America uses its sea power to block China from accessing resources from overseas. And China imports most of its oil and a lot of its food. So if there's a blockade of China, you can expect the Chinese economy to really suffer, okay? All right, and then what we can expect to happen is America at some point will go to war with Iran, and this will destroy both countries, okay? Iran will not lose this war, but it won't win this war either because America's just gonna bomb the crap out of Iran. It's gonna send Iran back decades. But America will lose this war, but this is important because if America loses this war, it's forced out of the Middle East. And once it's forced out of the Middle East, all its military assets goes to Israel, which creates the Pax Judaica. Yeah, does that make sense, guys? That's the plan. Okay, now you have Pax Judaica.
So at the end of this video, this professor talks about Pax Judaica, which is basically New World Order. So after the US and Iran go to war with each other, both countries will be destroyed, neither country will win, the US will be pushed out of the Middle East, but all of the US's assets will then be transferred to Israel. Israel will emerge as the winner. Corporations and tech companies like Google will then move to Israel to create a global surveillance system. Right now, Israel has the most advanced surveillance system in the world. And at the same time, Mossad agents will be all around the world like they are right now, creating division and chaos. And for that, you need financing. So the banks from the US will also move to Israel. And the Israeli currency will then become the global dominant currency. Does that make sense? That is how we arrive.
Now, I'm not one to kind of speak like I'm some type of prophet, but I know as far as what I've been told and what I've read growing up and what I've been part of in churches and et cetera, I thought, or I think Israel is supposed to be like destroyed according to the biblical prophecy. Now, this is where a lot of things get into questioning, right? But I'm not going to jump into that rabbit hole. Please go ahead and drop your comments below. Let me know what you think. Let's continue.
At Pax Judaica, the New World Order. But here is the slither of hope that we have. So back in September of last year, Saudi Arabia and Pakistan signed a defense pact that had the language of a NATO-style alliance, which is something that no Muslim nations ever had before. This is what the West fears deeply, is all of the Arab nations, all of the Muslim nations, creating a NATO-style alliance. This would threaten their power, which is why they pour trillions of dollars to create chaos and instability in the entire eastern region. Here's what's interesting. The UAE is normalizing relations with Israel, and that threatens Saudi Arabia's sovereignty. So Saudi Arabia is quietly creating diplomatic relations with Iran when they historically have been enemies. It is unity. Unity is the only thing that can save us from Pax Judaica and New World Order.
I kind of disagree with that. I think regardless to where we're going, nothing and no one is gonna stop the outcome of what's meant to happen to this nation, to this world, and to this empire. Because as we know, over the history or the the past of the creation of the universe, all empires fell because they forgot one main ingredient. And they started forgetting one main ingredient that, if you ask me, is the most important, and that's the Most High. So that's just my take on it. Let's continue.
We are definitely going into a lockdown and we are not getting the fuck out. Something is fucking coming. We are gonna be locked down and we are not gonna get the fuck out. If we're gonna get the fuck out, it's probably gonna be in a fucking body bag. Get your shopping done while you can. Something is finna fucking happen. I'm autistic. I see fucking signs. I recognize patterns. And I'm telling you,
Fair use.
something is fucking coming and we are going into a fucking lockdown.
Fair use. How do you guys feel about that? Let's continue.
I heard the Lord say, to my beloved children in Israel, Iran, and the rest of the world, to my remnant. This war between the nations of Israel and Iran was imminent. I, the Lord, do not change. My words will not return void. My beloved children, I see that you are in fear. But hear me, says the Lord. Fear not, for greater is the army of the Lord that stands on charge over you than those who are warring against you. It is me who have rose the sword against these nations to fulfill what is coming to an end, to prepare you to endure till the end. In the midst of the rocket, says the Lord, you will see my power and glory. Things will shake even more around the world, but have peace that I have over.
I don't know what happened to her clip there, but let's continue.
Israel's not going to do anything with the West Bank, okay? I will not allow Israel to annex the West Bank. No, I will not allow it. It's not going to happen.
Did you speak with Netanyahu about this directly?
Yeah, but I'm not going to allow it. Whether I spoke to him or not, I did. But I'm not allowing Israel to annex the West Bank.
Spoken like the true ruler of the world. But hey, it's pretty fitting that his name, Donald, means world ruler, proud chief, world mighty. And apparently, according to Steve Bannon right here, there is a plan to keep the world ruler on the stage for a third term.
If you knew this, anyone knew about this, please drop it in the comments because I wasn't aware about it. I had no idea. So, yeah. Let's jump back to where we were.
Like a pretty big deal to me. Now with this all going on, we're also witnessing some other sketchy things taking place, as we can see right here, where Mr. Golden Dawn reveals an anonymous billionaire, that's always great, sent a check for $130 million to keep the military paid. Now this comes from Shannon Joy. Black budgets to pay our military is one of the most frightening things I've ever witnessed in recent history. It is actually pretty terrifying, especially when you are witnessing on the streets of America unmarked vehicles with individuals who are wearing masks, just disappearing people. Again, whatever you believe with that whole situation, how it is going about is insane. Talk about breaking your rights. It's insanity. I don't know how some people can be behind this, but I get the conditioning and the social engineering. But now let's go back to this. The military now answers to private oligarchs because they obey who pays. And again, there's also speculation that they're going to be the military will be funded by private equity instead of the taxpayer, which again should be terrifying because then who controls the military? Not the Constitution, not we the people, no legal or ethical boundaries. And again, since we are talking about Bizarro World, this weird Twilight episode that we are stuck in, we can see that, I guess, Coinbase, Ripple, and Gemini, three just great companies that love the people, listed as donors of Mr. Golden Dawn's $300 million White House ballroom, which makes complete and total sense that Mr. Golden Dawn would pardon convicted Binance founder CZ. So now with that all being said, I understand I will get people in the comment section asking, why am I not talking about the Democrats? And the answer to that question is because they are not in control right now. Everything going on is from the false light of the conservative right, just being used as a vessel for the greater agenda of bringing in the beast system, and people are just cheering it on. The majority of the church is under a spell, and it is absolutely...
Now, this is my stance on this whole right and left and, up and down. I think they're all on the same agenda. I just think they're on a different highway, or more so different lane. because the ultimate goal is the same for both sides. That's just my opinion. I want to hear what you think in the comments. Drop it down below.
That lady who called ICE on those South Koreans at the Hyundai plant in Georgia, South Korea responded. Yeah, y'all remember this lady who claimed to call ICE because the union workers couldn't get jobs. They weren't allowing Americans to get jobs. But really, it was just South Koreans bringing over people to build this Hyundai plant in order to set it up and get Americans to come and learn how to set up these Hyundai parts. Yeah, she's made a fool of herself. Over $300 billion was invested to bring South Koreans over, build up this Hyundai plant so that they can open up jobs to Americans to come in and learn from these South Koreans in order to build jobs, manufacturing, and all that for Americans. And she called ICE and got them detained and shackled. South Korea had to come and tell our government to unshackle their workers, who, mind you, again, they were on visas. They had work visas to be over here. South Korea told America, unshackle them. We're sending a charter plane. I know they like to say, oh, we sent a charter plane to bring them back to South Korea. No, South Korea sent that charter plane, not America. This is why I say racism is so, it's just so, you can't do nothing but laugh at racism. Because
Seriously.
this lady, I think her name is like Tori Bond.
Seriously, and that's my thing. Like, where everything is going from my perspective is all downhill. I mean, a primary school teacher can tell you this. I mean, pre-K could teach you this, just based off of what we have in evidence and what we are seeing and what's going on in this land. It's all going downhill. Why is it that TikTok has been pushing, or I've seen on many different platforms, pushing the whole leave America now, in high points and things like that? It's because we know that they have to tell us beforehand. It's the universal law that this is going to happen before it happens. And that's where we're going. That's where everything appears to be going. And I think in all of these videos that I put together, which I didn't organize them, I just literally drop them together, it's going to show, and it's showing already based off of the past few clips already, that it seems like everything is going downhill. It shows like it's heading into one big catastrophic clusterfuck. Okay, that's just my opinion. Let's continue.
Bon Uni or something like that, Burn Uni. This lady has nothing tied to this Georgia plant. Nothing tied to the car industry. Nothing tied to any manufacturing industry ever. So my question is, and it's always the case, I swear to you, this is always the case when stuff like this happens. It's always by somebody that has no ties to any type of job. Their job isn't even related to the manufacturing.
Right.
So why do you care? Why did she feel so obligated enough to go out of her way and do this? She has since then deleted her account. She tried to make multiple videos accounting or trying to back up like she didn't do it. She said a video, well, it wasn't actually me who called ICE. You came on this internet and made this video for what? I don't know. Did you expect people to rally behind you? Because it was the dumbest decision and it cost America billions of dollars. And again, she had zero ties to this. I doubt she knew anyone who even wanted to be in.
What gets me aggravated about all of this stuff when it comes down to racism, it's like, why the hell y'all have so many animosity or so much animosity towards people that doesn't look like you, when you had the whole world, damn near the whole earth, in your favor, in your whole playing field? You've been the home field for so damn long. You've been the home team for so damn long, but you've complained when you had all of the privileges. You have all the damn privileges, but yet you complain about every single thing. That's how you know you're not meant to be there. It's as if a JV player is playing with the varsity and complaining that they're not getting the ball when their role is having the ball majority of the time. You're in control, but yeah, you still complain. I don't get this shit about y'all, man.
In that manufacturing position. In fact, even if she claims she did, and if anyone claims that we were waiting on jobs, you couldn't even work the job because you don't have the knowledge or information on how to build this plant. So South Korea responded. They said that they're not doing it. South Korea said that they're done. If y'all don't know, the people in South Korea, they're protesting this. They're telling South Korea to not bring these people back. Billions of dollars is going down the drain for America. Over 8,000 jobs are gone now, all because of the decisions of one person. And she came on the internet and thought that she did the right thing. She did not think that this was the case. She thought that she was detaining other immigrants, the bad ones. It's crazy, man. The stuff that we have to deal with, the stuff that we have to go through for the next 3 years, it's still the first year. We haven't
the
even
second month at that.
A whole year. Y'all stay
wild
positive though, man. Let me know
what
y'all think. Peace.
It's like, what's next?
And then this one's my favorite. I don't know if you know this, but you guys have $858 million, again, almost $1 billion, okay, of money to give out bonuses to people. And so listen, bonuses are great when people do good work, but $858 million sounds like a lot of money. That's like a $40,000 bonus to every employee in all of ICE.
You raise a profoundly serious point in your inimitable way, Mr. Moskowitz. Well, the bonuses, that is a huge bonus budget.
Yeah.
What does that work out? Have you done the math to see what that works out in terms of bonus per ICE employee?
$42,000 for every employee in a bonus, in addition to their salary.
Bro, hold on. You telling me they giving $42,000 in bonuses just, well, $42,000 per agent, a bonus to go and make American citizens' lives a living hell? I'll do it. But guess what? I'm giving everybody that citizens passes hell, even some of the illegals, because you could be a resident here and still be considered, an illegal resident, right? Apparently, you could be a citizen and still be illegal here, right? So, yeah, just give me the job. I'm just not gonna harass my people. Y'all got me for sure. Vote for me. This is crazy.
$42,000 bonus?
Yeah, $42,000. And because you and I sometimes are symbiotic, you're probably going to ask me, what is the average bonus for the American worker in this country?
Do you know what that is?
It's $2,500.
That's the average Christmas bonus is $2,500.
The average Christmas bonus.
Hell no.
The average Christmas bonus is $2,500, but they want to give $42,000.
Yo, we didn't see it all, gang. Let's go. We got maybe two more. We maybe got two more. Let's go. Oh, this is my guy right here. Let's go.
They are not who you think they are. And they have been here a lot longer than you realize. That's Andrew Jackson for the uninitiated. And that is Andrew Jackson's wife. Andrew Jackson's wife and Miss Maxwell. And like I said, they are not who you think they are. But it's not just them. It's all of them. They have been here a lot longer than you realize. That's General Patton. And these are a whole bunch of sports stars. Tom Brady, Larry Hagman, Houdini, Joe Burrow, Mickey Mantle, Christian McCaffrey, Kobe Bryant, Wilt Chamberlain, H.P. Lovecraft, Michael Phelps, Travis Kelce, the guy who created the Pony Express, Michael Jordan, and Jackie Robinson. It's all of
no, that's a reach right there.
Roosevelt,
that right there is a reach. In my opinion,
supposedly dead, but is now Uncle Pappy, who literally age reduced to become this guy.
Nah, that's a force. I think he's forcing that one guy. I don't know. I can't see it, but let me know what y'all see and what y'all think in the comments. Drop it down low. Let's go. We got a few more to go.
Let's slow down a little bit, shall we? This year's logo is the same colors as the no signal broadcast. Is this foreshadowing? Power lines sparking and cutting off. Are you following me so far? It looks like we are to follow the white rabbit, or in this case, Bad Bunny who's wearing all white. Through the rabbit hole we go. The dancers are making a circle around him, same as, let's say, a rabbit hole. Through a rabbit hole, we end up where? An alternate universe. Notice the floor pattern. Other dancers here are making the same design. So many similarities so far. Drinking the potion will definitely alter your reality. How about the hedge maze?
Yo!
Here's where it gets twisted like a maze. Alice and her potential husband. Did you notice Gaga and Bad Bunny's outfits? Very similar. Alice did not want to marry, so she ran off chasing the rabbit. But in this realm there was a wedding. Here you can see Gaga crowning Bad Bunny.
Bro!
Maybe now we'll have a new Queen of Hearts.
Yo, I missed all of that. And the thing is, shout out to the camera crew that recorded and did all the directing and setting up and all of this stuff, because I missed all of that. Did you? Or did you? If you knew about all of this when it was being shot, when it was all on TV and the whole halftime from the beginning of half, if you realized all of that, please drop it in the comments. I need to know, because you might be a prophet. That's crazy. What the? Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Hell no, bro. Hell no.
I don't know, except to say that by the time these lawsuits are decided, we'll have digital God. So,
This guy.
at that point, these lawsuits won't be decided before on a time frame that's relevant.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think we live, there's that, I don't know if it's actually a real Chinese saying or not, but may you live in interesting times, which is apparently not a good thing. But I would prefer to, personally, I would prefer to live in interesting times.
In order to have better human AI symbiosis, we must solve the bandwidth problem. Below a certain bandwidth, we are basically just stationary to...
Tell me you're a father without telling me you're a father.
You can't you need an implant. And ultimately, we'll need to replace like the skull, and it's going to be a zillion wire. I mean, this is some sci-fi, bizarre sci-fi stuff. And I'm not... This is certainly optional, hopefully.
That's good.
Yo, I was one of those that always said that I wouldn't believe in the whole jump in the timeline and stuff like that, but I honestly think that we're in a different timeline at this point. This guy is maybe the head of the Antichrist because, again, like I said in my last video, I don't believe that Antichrist is a person. I think it's a whole system. Because a lot of things going on in this system and in this country is definitely Antichrist. That's just my opinion. But let me hear what you think. Drop it in the comments. We almost there. Wow, bro.
Looks like the United States and Iran are going to be going to war. And take a look at the headlines that have been coming out. Are we going to be heading towards World War III? A large percentage of voters in the U.S., Canada, UK, France, Germany, they all believe that we're going to be heading to a global conflict. Take a look. World War III could happen in the course of the next 5 years before the year 2030. Surveys reveal
2027 it's a wrap.
The U.S., the UK, and Europe. And World War III has all
fair use.
Jamie Dimon claims. Is this fear-mongering or is this legitimate concerns? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are we about to enter into World War III? While we're hearing the United States is preparing for war with Iran right now. If you think so, put World War III in the comments. If you think no, put no. Let me know your thoughts, but let's take a look at some more of the headlines.
WW3.
Trump warns Iran bad things will happen if they fail to make a meaningful nuclear deal. U.S. Politics Live, this just coming out today. Trump warns of bad things if Iran doesn't make a deal. As second U.S. carrier nears the Middle East, we're hearing they have surrounded Iran. Trump suggests Iran has 10 to 15 days to reach an agreement with the United States. Also, Trump has discussed the timeline for Iran strikes, including as soon as this weekend. But no decision yet has been made. We're hearing there could be attacks as soon as Saturday or Sunday. However, we're waiting to see if the Gerald Ford is going to be in position surrounding Iran. As Trump pushes Iran to make a deal, scores of U.S. warplanes are now joining the Armada, heading for the region. And here are 6 reasons the U.S. and Iran, they are on the brink of war. And again, let me know your thoughts. Are we about to enter into war? If you think so, put WW3 in the comments for World War III, as there are a lot of concerns right now. But also, we're hearing that there are a lot of people saying no. They think we're going to be able to stave off any potential conflict in the region that could spill over into a global conflict. Some are saying that they're hearing that drills are being done right now with Iran, with Russia, with China. Also, we've heard North Korea saying that they're concerned about Iran, the United States, and Israel preparing at this time for a conflict with Iran.
I thought the North Koreans hated the U.S., so won't they be on the same side as the ops? Like, the enemy, my enemy is my friend or some shit like that. Why would they be concerned about Iran when they know Iran is specifically against the U.S.? Let me hear your thoughts in the comments, because that's kind of what I see. That's what I think. That's what I believe is happening. I would think that North Korea would get in bed with Iran and they would all work together. But then again, we're just speculators, right? We don't know anything. I don't know anything. I don't know anything, guys. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Here goes the world news. Iran is still holding these drills in the Strait of Hormuz. They are practicing to defend themselves against the United States. This is going on day number 4 that they've been practicing. The Russians was joining with them yesterday, and I think that they all dispersed to go to some drills in India as well, which China and Russia and Iran are going to all be holding drills at. I think Saudi Arabia is also going to be there, which they're meeting with Iran today. We also got Ukraine launching their first long-range deep strike into Russia with their Flamingo missile. This ended up hitting the Vokinsk plant, which houses Russia's ballistic missiles production, Resnick production, and others. But this is the full video. I know I talked about this before, but I wanted to show y'all the actual full video of it. We have people in the streets of Iran making their voices be known that they are not supporting the regime right now. So as the United States gets closer to striking, the people there are getting more and more brave to stand up. So let's see what happens here. And yes, the media is actually finally reporting on this and telling everybody a full breakdown of what's going on.
Are they
talking about Iran's drills, but they kind of left out Russia. They've been leaving out China completely.
That's exactly where I was going. Are they really disclosing everything? Are they really sharing everything? Because I haven't heard of any of this. I mean, I know based off of my own resources and you know, connections like my guy here, the reporter, and my homie and all these other people that's sending me news and articles. But the news ain't talking about it. Why? Because the news is in the bed with all of this garbage. They want to show, what's the old lady that's missing? Yeah. They want to show harassment of our own citizens in Minnesota. They're not talking about any of this stuff.
China was in the first set of drills. And this is a bit of a better breakdown. Share around, like, comment, and engage. Anyways, listen to this. Much love.
And Russia conducted joint naval drills in the Gulf of Oman. Here's Chief National Security Correspondent Jennifer Griffin.
With the drums of war beating louder, in the Strait of Hormuz, Iran and Russia held live-fire naval exercises, which included vessel raids and ship seizures, and sent a notice to airmen not to fly over Iranian airspace during the drills, which could include cruise missiles. The U.S. is engaged in the largest military buildup in the Middle East since the eve of the Iraq War. The Pentagon has deployed more than 120 warplanes to the region, including 50 in the past 48 hours. F-15 fighter jets, stealth F-35s, KC-135, refueling tankers, and a squadron of F-22 Raptors. 6 of the Raptors are now en route to the UK after having to turn back to their base for technical reasons yesterday. Plane spotters in Israel have reported seeing an unmarked aircraft landing with U.S. Special Operations Forces. Poland's Prime Minister Donald Tusk told any Polish citizens to leave Iran immediately.
I don't want to scare anyone with any possible developments, but
that's always the excuse.
The
possibility always a
of
lie.
a heated conflict is very, very real.
The USS Ford.
I had enough of these people, man. I had enough of this. I had enough of all of this. And that's it for me today, guys. I had enough. I got other things I got to get into for the rest of the day. But I wanted to make sure and do my due diligence and bring this to you guys, those that are missing out on all of this information, because our news media in this country rather show missing people. Rather than talking about the kids that's been on those files. Yo, this place is a complete clusterfuck. I'm telling you, this is where we at. This is where we at, guys. This shit right here. Get yourself ready. Spiritually, physically, mentally. Get you some ammunition, get you some stuff, because I'm telling you, something is going to happen. Like that sister said earlier. Something is going to happen, guys. I know you've seen, what's that movie with Thor and what's our boy, golly, what's the name of that movie? They did a remake of it back in the day, from back in the day, where I believe the North Koreans invaded a town or something like that. What's the name of that movie, yo? And they call themselves the Wolverines. If you remember, if you know what it is, drop it in the comments, because I can't remember at this moment, and I gotta fly. So I just want to go ahead and say, guys, thanks for rocking out with me on this one. We got another one coming. It's going to continue. And I'm going to continue to get the content clearer, crisper. This is the original Raised on Dial-Up, because I've seen other channels that are claiming to be the same type of name and all this stuff. Anyways, you know, a lot of people is lacking originality nowadays. So make sure when you search for this channel, you search with a specific Raised on Dial-Up, because you might end up on another channel that's not, you know, this. So I want to be specific with you guys. And again, follow the socials and stay connected with your boy, because, yo, I plan on keeping you guys all informed as best of my ability. And we're going to continue to upgrade equipment so the content is crisper. And, you know, I'm going to also be diving deep into my submission box to make sure that I have clear and up-to-date details for y'all on everything. I'm going to keep y'all updated. I'm not a news reporter. I'm just a creator looking at content on a daily basis. I analyze a lot of stuff and I try to filter out all of the AI because it's a lot of AI stuff going on out there. So kind of like hard to differentiate what's actual and what's generated. So again, I'm your host Biggs. This is Raised on Dial-Up, and I will get with y'all in the next one. Stay tuned, lock in, subscribe, comment, and follow me, y'all. Show love, show y'all love back. Peace.